Welcome into the garage conversion that has taken about 60 days to complete, but now is ready for the final walkthrough. And I'm going to show you the interior first before we kind of go over what happened in the garage. Come on in. So we have our front stoop here, and over here to the left, we have a little laundry room that we boxed out in the bottom portion of the garage. Now the homeowners haven't finished the laundry room yet. We just boxed it out, did drywall, painted, did the baseboard, but they just put their laundry in here. But it's a perfect place to also put like a shoe rack in here to keep the shoes away from the upstairs garage apartment. Now this area used to be part of the garage downstairs. There was a door here, a really old rickety door that you could just kind of go into all of the garage portion. So it's really nice that this is enclosed and it's drywalled and it's insulated, so you don't feel the heat from that downstairs garage. So all we did was build a box over there. But now if you go upstairs, this is the beautiful garage apartment that was in shambles before we got here, and now it's beautiful. Do you want to go see it? Because we're going to go up now. So the homeowner at the end put down the carpet on the stairs, and it is beautiful because I think it adds to her color palette in here. So she did all of the inspiration for the design at the end, but the color palette stayed ever since we found out we had fresh wood floor underneath this blue carpet that was up here. So you walk up the stairs and you're right into the dining room and kitchen area. Now, if you do a quick circle in here, it is an efficiency. It is pretty much a studio with the bathroom boxed in because you obviously want to have that private. So it's small, but it actually feels quite large, and you have the vaulted ceiling here, which makes it not as low feeling. So we kept that. So this space is small but mighty, and it makes it feel that way because of the vaulted ceiling that's always been here, and we just kind of patched up the drywall. Then we did just one layer of knockdown to make it all mesh together, so we didn't have to make it all pretty with flat drywall on the ceiling. Normally we wouldn't put knockdown on the ceiling, but it already had it in different pieces, and this square piece needed to be replaced. So instead of doing it all flat, we just kind of meshed everything together and did a new coat of one layer of knockdown on the ceiling, and you really can't tell. So that's really, really nice. But anyways, to talk about the efficiency, again, I talked about how the wood floor was underneath this blue old carpet pretty much. So we had to take it up, and we thought we were gonna have to do LVP or something of that sort, but all of this art pine was up here. The only area that didn't have it was right where we're standing. There was a big square of plywood that we had to take up, and then we had to run new wood floor. It doesn't match 100%, but it matches much more than we thought it would. So let's pretend like you are a guest, or I'm a guest in this efficiency area. We installed a little baby kitchenette that has a full-size 24-inch fridge, and it also comes with a freezer, which is actually really, really nice. And then we have a full-size 24-inch sink. We have a really nice microwave, which actually is a convectional bake and roast. So that's really convenient in here because in this area you can't have, or you can't put a stove in your garage apartment. So this is wonderful to have for a rental. And then we have lots of space to be able to do your cooking and whatnot, and then storage as well. So we have lovely storage for your guests, or me as a guest, or you as a guest. And then you go over here and we still have a space to enjoy like coffee in the morning, and we sit down. They don't have a TV in here yet, but you could imagine a TV right across the way behind you. So you have the couch here, the bed over there. You could have the TV right there on top of that dresser. So when designing your own, if you have the space, try to design the space of the garage apartment into 4 quadrants. We have the living room, we have the bedroom, we have the bathroom in the corner, and a kitchen in the dining room. So it really helps flow with how you're walking into the garage apartment, especially when it's coming upstairs. You're walking into that kitchen and dining room, and then you can come and hang out in the living room, and then you have a very comfortable bed, which gets the natural sunlight from the window. Also, when you're sitting in the bed, you still have access to see who's coming up the stairway, and that is always very important. Whether it just be your room that has a door, you want your bed facing that door so you see who's coming into the bedroom. And let's go to the bathroom, because that, along with the bedroom, is the most important and most beautiful space that you should be kind of making it. And the homeowner put in some wallpaper at the end, which I think really ties into the colors, but they chose a black and white tone for their bathroom. And as you can see, it's black and white on the walls, black and white with their vanity that they chose. They did kind of pull in some gold, which I think really, really tied well together. Look at this spacious bathroom. This is a 36, only 36 inches. You can still kind of wash your hair, put your arms around the side, and it's very long. I believe it's about 50 inches wide, or maybe 60 by 36, maybe even smaller than that. We have a nice little niche over here. The shower is actually on this side. So we are now in the shower, and we have to the right of the vanity, when you walk in, that is where the shower valve is, so that you can turn it on and not get sprayed by the shower water. So you're over here turning this on. This is already on, and then you can just walk in, not get sprayed, put your towel over here, and enjoy your lovely shower. The homeowner wanted to have this type of niche backing, so it kind of pulled in a little of that black and white color. I think that this place was tied in so wonderfully by us doing the job, but also the homeowner at the end putting in her final touches, which is the wallpaper, the pickings of the bed frame, the sconces, all of the colors went together and it flows nicely. Oh, and another saving of space was the pocket door here. Instead of having a door that opened out or a door that opened into the bathroom, this pocket door saves a lot of space for that bathroom. Now, when we were thinking about this space, and like I said, the 4 quadrants, we really thought about the bathroom, and the highest point in the ceiling obviously is in the middle here with this square, but we couldn't put the bathroom right there. So we chose to do the highest point in the bathroom as the highest ceiling area for the shower. And that's where there's a slope into the ceiling, it goes upwards, and your shower head is at the highest point. So what do you think? Would you live here? Would you rent here? Would you try to live here and put your own stuff in this space? Or would you want to do a full-time rental? Or do you happen to have a garage apartment that's on the 2nd story of your garage that just looks empty, you use it as storage, and you would like something like this? Let us know in the comments. And now we got to go do another garage because that one is going to be converted as well. So I'll see you on that one.